Hello and welcome. This is Zero Pod Jimmy Pablo doing another talking discussion. This is episode 24, and well, it's been a while since I did with this kind of a discussion because the reason I'm even brought this even up because if you all witness, or I'm about to show a clip right now of what actually went down. There was a moment where I was playing one of the games, this popular game by the way, called Zenless Zone Zero, which has you play as these two protagonists going on adventures to try to, help and save the city from, any called creatures named ethereals to any outskirts rebel how you call these more like if they were like mafia game members or something like that. But anyways, there's the moment that the gamers and how fun this thing was and why I brought to this episode in the first place. There seems to be, a place where you usually get these characters because there's so many varieties of a lot of like things you could choose. But when I went into this game, and there was a channel with regular where you just get characters and stuff like that, almost like you put your points in other similar games, you win something and it gives you something back in return. However, they decided to go with an exclusive channel, which any by words, if there's anything involved with the exclusive side, it might it mostly means that something like out of a what's the right say this it's something out of a limited time only that you can actually get the character. So me thinking, okay, cool, I can able to put money time down to get certain characters, and that's exactly what I did. I got certain characters, and it was one of the most amazing thing that I actually got, and made me feel like I actually do like this game. The story's still progressing. The story is fantastic. They have all these characters are coming together near the end, and it really is phenomenal of how anime's games should be running through games nowadays. Though I'm not here to talk about how good the game is, and I'm not one of those haters that think that, oh, because this didn't happen with certain females, that, oh, I don't like this game anymore. No, I'm just there to see a good game, not being you know being forced to watch certain things or look at certain things like the DEI that's finally is gone. So we'll not be forcing games anymore upon that. But however, I do wanted to talk about this because this has become one of my greatest issue. When the update came out, and if you all familiar with that one, what's that one character called? Astro Yell is basically a character where she, uses her singing performance, and what, by the way, looks really fantastic as her looks. Was stumble upon this exclusive channel so you can actually finally maybe get something good, for once, because I've been saving up and I've been waiting until I probably can get some kind of good, cool looking character instead of just getting a random character by chances if you win that character or not. So here's where the problem started occurring. When I started to use saved up enough of these, these called Colomelio points, or we call them points, basically, where you use certain points, and they added reels along with them, where you can able to save up enough that you can able to put the numbers down to get your character. So that's exactly what I did. But instead of getting a character, they decided to pull off a new type of manipulated move with a 50% chance if you get the character. Almost, if you're familiar with that phrase, slot loot box system, or you call slot machine, and it becomes more than just an exclusive. It's not doesn't become an exclusive anymore. It becomes more like a gambling simulation where it's chances of winning the character. And this is where I have made that why I'm actually talking to these individuals, or most of the, because I did put it on Twitter. However, to not disclose anything from sensitive information. I really didn't realize that someone, whoever it was, decided to pull off this move would actually, make something like this become most likely unforgivable. And at this point, looking at the exclusive channel, it really does bring me to why I am actually, angered, or not, you say this, mad in a way. Here's a little bit of a clip I'm about to show right now, and let's go ahead and play this. It shows how frustrating I just end up, all that money, how you say this, time and points that I put in, because it doesn't matter how you do it, that you end up saving up. And this is what happened in the result of it. I should have waited on that. Okay.
Soldier 11, at your command.
Ooh. Got me a new soldier. But I didn't get the exclusive? What the heck? That was some sort of BS. I'm an exclusive channel. Why am I getting a random character? That made no sense. You saw that, right? I didn't even ask for that character. What is going on here? You saw that. Why didn't I get an S character? I could have gotten this character when it's an exclusive. Yeah, this is not good. It's an exclusive channel, so what the heck is that about? That was weird. This is a criminal. Criminal. They pulled off a criminal move. I am not even happy right now. This is really sad. I didn't even want this character. Why did they pull off this character? What happened here? So after looking at that clip, you start to realize what just happened. I kind of figured to myself, okay, why put exclusive on a channel that gives you only a 50% chance of winning? That's not an exclusive. Clearly stated by, looking at the definition of this, you can see right here. An exclusive item is a product of item that is only available through specific vendor, retailer, and through a particular event, meaning it cannot be purchased anywhere else and it's limited in distribution. This is all basically what it's telling within the exclusive item. It does not mean 50% chance of winning the item. It does not mean you have to put so much points in to see if your chances are to get the particular item or character, whatever it may be. Whether it's a digital product or it's a regular product, that is a completely no longer an exclusive, and you should not be calling it an exclusive if you're doing this type of play, gambling, manipulative method or move that you think that's gonna help gamers feel satisfied. No, it's not. And let me tell you why. Because when you look at those points, how much it costs for each one of them and how much you have to grind just to get in order to get these characters, it takes a long, very long time. And the amounts of points you get are not even in the hundreds area. They're more lesser than that, which gives me why I'm, very upset at who made this move. Now, thank goodness to what you see in the gameplay that I finally got the character out of the blues, because I think they actually caught up to this, whoever it was, and felt sorry for me to actually give me this free character after just putting a few more reels, because they're giving free reels every, daily thing during new updates it comes out with. And this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call to the developers, the persons behind the scenes of making this game, that you cannot put exclusive within a slot machine. That doesn't work like that. And if you could state right here to another description, if you go to the what digital slot machine to slot machine is, The digital version, and it's right here stated, a slot machine, or called digital slot machine, loot box, and that's what it's mostly referred to as, is a virtual surprise box in the video game that gives players a chance to win virtual items. They are similar to gambling slot machines because they have random outcomes and require no player skills. So basically, you cannot put exclusive with a slot machine. It doesn't work. That really got me very upset, and I was even one point mad that they just decided to make this type of move or method, depending on who came up with this idea. And that person probably is probably fired or let go. Who knows what happened? But what I do know is that can not only cost your company, but it can also cost gamers not wanting to play the game anymore. And that's why I'm actually, making this video from the first place, why I'm coming to make this discussion and talking about it in the first place. When you have something exclusive, it doesn't mean that you decide to go ahead and try to make an exclusive as a betting gambling slot machine in a way you can gamble your way of winning the stuff. That's not what exclusive is about. Exclusive is more you're getting the item guaranteed for a limited time after you saved up just to push it in there. So I think there still needs to be more of an understanding of how exclusive works and how slot machine loot box gambling works, and they're both different, different, not even similar in any way. And this is why, if they're like in any case at all, whatever it may be, if there's any a limited time exclusives, and I have to say that also in my description, exclusive section, there should not be any type of loot box or slot machine and any chance from whatever it may be, any chances of winning a favorite digital prize, because it's no longer being an exclusive then. It is more like a gambling of win some, lose some. That can really, really get people confused, upset, or even trying to question what type of channel or what are they even bothering to do something like that in the first place. They might as well just go to the other one. Because you see there's a gray section, if you probably know what that one is, and this gray section is most likely a random like chance of just getting any characters. Like you might as well go to that one. But the point is, and I'm trying to make, is not because of the game, it's because of our patience, that so much that it can take before with gamers or a person who plays the game could realize, what is the point of saving up if you're just not going to give us what we want? What is the point of, we might as well just give up and stop playing altogether. I mean, most of the gamers did that. They just quit is they didn't like the way the system had you progressing so much just to get characters. And don't get me wrong, it does have you option to put money down, but when it comes to at the expense of gambling, like a slot machine loot box, it makes you question why even bother. At that point, it's just not even for the people who put their passion and heart and time just so they can get something good. It's most likely for those who have so much money. It becomes a pay to win thing situation. So that's what I'm trying to say here. From we have to, as a community, we have to come together and say no to the developers. Like knock it off. Don't be calling exclusive stuff with a chance of winning and trying to make it and implement it as a slot machine, because when you manipulate people, they're forced to put out money, they're forced to put time in there, and it really hurts them because they want to do other things, not just play your game. They have other things they want to do. They have other games probably they want to play, and to put more time towards your game, it really breaks them. It does. It really breaks them. So out of hearing respectives from most of the many individual sites. There's been a lot of fights going on within Zenless Zone Zero, but again, I have to say from the new update, they should consider making sure that exclusive is only for that product and whatever is in the front, not trying to switch it and chances of winning, not trying to make gamers think that they're gonna win it unless something in particular happen, not by luck or chance. No, this has to be straight out. If it's an exclusive, just getting the character after getting the points needed that are there. Because again, us as gamers or just ordinary people who play this game don't want to waste their time for random characters unless they just are interested and not even caring about the exclusive character that's within the store that's in there. It ends up breaking the premise of what made this game great, and I still want this game to succeed. But when you decide to do a slot machine, when you decide to make a gambling method out of just clearly in general to force it in areas like an exclusive that should not be in there, it really puts our questioning thoughts like, why should we care about playing your game then? Why should we care about putting so much time and effort to playing all these awesome characters and storytelling that, what, by the way, one of the best I ever seen? That's why it's very important that you actually respect the gamers and realize respect what you put in there. If you don't call it, if you don't like exclusivity, if you want to make it more like a chance, then don't call it exclusive. Call it a winning chance or winning some sort of like winning simulation that you could like. You have to change the title because putting exclusive does not mean chances of winning. It just means you're getting the item guaranteed. And I was ready to stop playing the moment I got a random character in an exclusive thing, in an exclusive like limited time area, or call it section, and that was already had me pissed. The only reason why I did not get pissed, you could see from the gameplay, and I'm about to show you a video. This ended up happening after just putting a few more reels in there after it went back to its normal default amount that it needs in order to do the next cycle. Take a look. I don't know what's going on, but look at this. I end up getting the character. And it's crazy too because I had no idea that this actually happened. Look at this. I didn't even I only went for a couple of like all the way to 60 and I didn't even know what the hell's going on. This is crazy. I don't know how that happened. That is strange. I only got to 60 through my live stream and they barely go on this. Maybe just put another one like reel coming down and this ended up happening. This is strange. I don't know what's going on here. Now, looking at that video, it's bizarre that, someone may have screwed up or they felt sorry. One of those, whatever it may be. It's very important to just keep in mind that when you label things that you're, whatever it's in gaming, it's a production, or whatever it may be out there, that you have to be careful what you put in there or whoever works with this, because when you do some kind of gambling out of nowhere and to a wrong section or wrong area, you can really cause a scene, put someone in a very like pissed off condition to most likely becoming a very disappointing moment of why this actually occurred. And I saw a lot of reactions from other individuals who played this game. They weren't very happy. They felt like the world has lost from them. They didn't even want to bother playing anymore, and at that moment after they realized it felt like a chance of 50-50 chance of like gambling. Some of them didn't even bother even wanting to even go into this exclusive. They were too scared because they know that they might not win that individual character even though it's an exclusive, and that they rather just go for a random character because at that point it's pointless. That's the problem that I'm trying to say, that we don't want to scare these individuals away from getting awesome characters, you want to invite them. You want to be encouraged of having so much of their savings just so they can able to finally get the character they've been waiting for many weeks to maybe a month before actually getting this awesome character. And that's what happened to me, where I finally got the character I wanted to get, and to just all of a sudden just completely get something else broke me until that I actually got it out of nowhere. But again, I would warn these developers, I would warn the people behind the scenes, you gotta pay most close attention of what you put inside your, whatever it's a channel, it's a product, or whatever it may be. You have to be careful, because when you decide to put things in the wrong labels, and I could show this a perfect example. Let's say I wanted to, you know, end up playing a game and there was some kind of exclusive limited time pop-up store that had an item I really wanted, and then when I click it, just for it to say, oh, this is only if you get the item, which means that even though you put your points down and you end up getting that particular item, guess what? Now you, all you have to do is just see if you end up reaching that point with the, whatever it's some type of a card, some type of like little spinny things. But then after that point, it doesn't become a item guarantee that you end up getting. It just becomes a slot machine loot box where it's only if you even get it. And I know a lot of these games do that, and Blade Point does that, for example. But Blade Point at least shows exactly, if you're familiar with that game, shows exactly that this is not an exclusive. This is chances of winning. Actually own up to that, actually titling that. And when they title that, they actually tell you the truth that if you win it, you win it. If not, you don't. And most of the chances, they give you a lot of random stuff because it's similar like that. But for this particular game, no, it doesn't have an excuse to actually do something like that. If they wanted to change the title of that exclusive, they could with the updates if they don't want to do that kind of method anymore. But leaving it there to just do something like this is unacceptable, and we have to stand to make sure to hear our voices loud and clear to these developers that we cannot be used as leverage to do some open experimental methods to screw our time over while playing your game. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to play your game and able to get whatever goodies that's guaranteed. Or if we're just one of those individuals who just want to get just a character in general from a random perspective from one you previously had that is gambling and is like a slot machine of whatever character it gets you, then that's what us as gamers and the people who play this game want in general, so we can feel something that is truly inspiring as a story and mostly enjoyable as in the gameplay core. And most of this, a lesson that has to be taken out from this and this episode that I actually putting out from this is Zenless Zone Zero has potentials here, and I like the atmosphere of where it's gonna go. But we don't want to do something that it's gonna destroy the atmosphere, destroy the story, because something in the gameplay from rather getting characters or rather trying to get a certain character is gonna ruin that. And that's the whole point of the whole premise, that we have to just respect and understand. Okay, if this is only entitled to that particular thing, right, if it's exclusive or not, then this is what they're gonna get. And that's why it's very important that we actually look at this. There are probably still more that probably have that kind of issue still, where they only got a random character and did not get what they wanted. It really breaks a lot of the gamers' hearts, and that these people who actually saved up just for that. And if they did get rid of that person, or they finally made the small change that they kind of messed up, please stop experimenting with type of stuff like this in doing updates or just within games in general. Because if you don't label your things right, if you don't make it 100% guaranteed, then what is the point even bothering trying to even convince a person to get their attention? Oh, look at this cool a badass character, or look at this cool product item, well, look at this cool whatever it may be. We have to make sure that it's actually valid and you're not tricking us, because it's now a scary place where we don't know what could happen if something goes changes or makes it different. And a lot of this was occurred from the Angry Joe himself. I mean, he himself like had a bunch of occurrences where things were unexpected and did not feel like the game had a potential of making it to success, or they had a potential but it became out of disappointment because they did something that screwed up the game from being its high hope. I don't want this game to follow those paths. I want this game to succeed. In order to succeed, it really got to let go of trying to be greedy or trying to force people into buying, putting money down to buy. Now, you could actually have that option because Marvel or Rival has that option of actually buying outfits if you want to, but they at least let your players or these gamers play the game in peace, giving you all the characters for free without any problems or any issues, which makes perfect sense as people who just want to play and enjoy a game. And those who just look to just input time and effort just to get a certain favorite gift that they always wanted within the game, that like that makes them feel amazed and feel hopeful that they would appreciate what they are gonna be playing with. Please just know that the digital stuff that's within there should be acceptable depending on how you label it, and should not be misused, misunderstood, or should be labeled something entirely to have something else comes and puts you there, re- resulting in getting upset players or any type of gamers very mad. And that's what happened to me when I decided to, go into this and putting all my hard work effort to get this thing going. So again, that's what all I had to say for this talking discussion. I hope that we could look forward to whatever else is comes in Zone Zero, because at this point, I will still play it because I was able to get this character again because I was ready to quit. But thank goodness it came unexpectedly. So that is a good huge relief. But I still want to make sure that my voice is heard, that people's voices heard, that we do not want to be experimenting or messing with this type of stuff, and our wallets are not play toys for them to exploit it and eat it up. That's not how we want. What you do want to follow is amazing game, getting these amazing characters, product, items, whatever it may be, and showing how the potential of the game could live up to its hype to please the fan base and the gamers and the people who actually put their time, efforts coming into this game wanting to play it. So that's all I have to say for this talking discussion. Stick around for anything else that's coming along the way. I still gotta see what I'm gonna be putting into my channel, because I know it's been a while since I put that much stuff in it. Since the Valentine's will be coming through, since it's already that time again in a couple of weeks from now, I will be focusing on something else coming through. So I will end up uploading it to my channel. So stay tuned for that. And that's about much. So happy New Year of 2025. Thank you again, and bye bye.
Taking the shot.